Would you still go through with the wedding if your fiancé vanished the night before? And the only clue she left behind was a line whispered at exactly 3:12 a.m.? I didn't think this kind of thing actually happened to people. I've seen documentaries, sure, the runaway bride stuff, cold feet, all that. But this was different. My name's Ryan, and the night before I was supposed to marry Elena, the woman I'd spent 4 years of my life with, she disappeared without a single goodbye. No note. No voicemail. Just her engagement ring placed neatly on the kitchen table, like a full stop on a sentence I didn't know was ending. At first, I thought it was some kind of joke. Or a test. Maybe she'd gotten overwhelmed, wedding pressure. Happens all the time, right? But then I checked the footage. The porch camera picked her up walking barefoot toward a car parked out front. Car I didn't recognize at first. And what she said as she got in. I don't think I'll ever forget it. Drive. He won't wake up. And I didn't. Not until she was already gone. What I saw next changed everything. Have you ever looked back at a perfect day and wondered if it was all an act? The day before the wedding, everything felt golden. Elena was glowing, laughing, holding my hand like she never wanted to let go. We walked through the venue one last time. She cried when she saw the floral arch we'd picked months ago. It's exactly how I pictured it, she said. She even texted me that night. Can't believe tomorrow is our day, ring red heart. I saved it. Still have it. Still stare at it like it'll rewrite what came next. But now I can't unsee the signs. She checked her phone constantly, always tilting it away from me. She said her head hurt during dinner with her parents and left early. When I asked if she was okay, she kissed my cheek and said, "Just nerves." And one thing keeps echoing back. Right before we went to bed, she asked, "You still sleep through anything, don't you? Like storms, alarms, everything." I laughed. I said, "Yeah, you could stage a parade and I'd miss it." She smiled at that, the strange, soft smile. Not loving, not sad, knowing. I fell asleep thinking I'd wake up next to my bride. But when I opened my eyes the next morning, the bed was cold, and the ring was on the table. How do you process silence when it's louder than any scream? I woke up to an empty house. No rustling in the bathroom. No coffee brewing. No Elena humming in the kitchen like she always did when she was nervous. Just quiet. And then I saw it, the engagement ring, right in the center of the kitchen table, sitting perfectly upright in a tiny circle of condensation from her iced water glass. Like it had been placed there. Not tossed. Not dropped. Chosen. Called her. Straight to voicemail. Texted. Nothing. I checked the garage. Her car was gone. But her purse was still on the couch. Panic didn't hit all at once. Came in layers, confusion first. Then anger. Then something colder. Something I didn't have a name for yet. And that's when I remembered the porch camera. I scrubbed through the footage, eyes burning. And there she was, 3:12 a.m., walking barefoot across the driveway, heels dangling from her fingers. She looked back once toward the house, toward me. Then a car pulled up. Black, clean, lights off, no plates on the front. She opened the passenger door, leaned in, and said 7 words I can't unhear. "Drive. He won't wake up." She climbed in, and the car pulled away. But then I saw something in the footage that made my stomach drop. I recognized that car. What do you do when the person your fiancé vanished with is someone you were never supposed to worry about? Took a second for it to click. The car, the tinted windows, the stupid little sticker on the rear windshield, a faded triangle with a snake wrapped through it. Logan, her ex, the one she said was a mistake, the one she promised was behind her. We never talked about him much. She painted him like a shadow, toxic, controlling, obsessed. I remember the way she said, "He's not a part of my life anymore." Full stop. No room for questions. But now here he was, driving off with her into the dark, like some kind of twisted homecoming. I thought back to a moment 6 months ago. I found his name in her phone's search history. She brushed it off. Said she was just checking to see what he was up to. "Curiosity," she said, laughing. He probably doesn't even remember me. She blocked him after that. Or so I believed. But watching her slip into that car so easily, no hesitation, no fear, I realized something. She wasn't running from him. She was running to him. And she didn't just disappear. She planned this. But then came the call from the police. They found the car. What do you expect them to find when the police say, "We located the car"? But not the people. It was a black sedan just like the one in the footage. Abandoned on the side of a narrow mountain road, facing downhill. Doors unlocked. No signs of struggle. Engine cold. But Elena and Logan? Gone. No tire tracks leading away. No footprints. Just silence. I asked the officer if there was anything inside. Anything that might explain why she left. He hesitated. Then said, "There's a photo. You should see it for yourself." They emailed me a scan. It was a Polaroid. A single photo, left sitting neatly on the back seat like a calling card. It showed me, asleep, in my bed, from that night. Timestamp, 3:06 a.m. I stared at it for a long time. Who took it? Elena was the only one in the house. I triple-checked the locks before going to sleep. There were no signs of entry, no signs of anything, but someone had been there, in my room, standing just feet from me. And the way the photo was framed, it wasn't rushed. It was calm, like whoever took it wanted me to see myself unaware, vulnerable, left behind. But that wasn't the worst part. In the bottom corner of the photo, there was something else. What if the last thing someone ever says to you wasn't said out loud? I zoomed in on the photo. The grain was rough, that typical Polaroid fuzziness, but in the bottom right corner, just barely visible, there was writing. Faint. Like it had been scribbled quickly, maybe with the corner of a pen. I enhanced the image, tilted it, brightened the shadows. The words came into focus, shaky but deliberate. This was never your story to finish. I just sat there, staring, not crying, not screaming, just unraveling, because suddenly all those little moments made sense. The odd way she looked at me the week before, the sudden calm in her voice, the questions about my sleep, the kiss on my cheek before bed. That wasn't nerves. That was goodbye. And that's when the question hit me, was I ever really part of her plan? Or was I just the life she borrowed until she was ready to disappear? I keep thinking about the camera, how she looked at it before getting in the car, like she wanted me to see. And maybe that's the worst part. Not that she left, not that she lied, but that whatever this was, it meant something to her, even if I'll never know what. So let me ask you, if the person you love vanished tonight, would you try to find them? Or accept that they were never yours to begin with?